mess. These extensions are not doing this justice either because they literally look like the different color from my extensions. And then this dress, how many times have I worn this dress? It's literally so ridiculous. I just don't get it. I just need a whole new wardrobe. I need new jewelry. I need...
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. I hope you guys missed us so much, and I hope you guys have been enjoying our intros.
They've been so iconic. Honestly, I feel like I've been loving the pre-filming for these intros because I feel like it's just like a little fun skit that we do, and I feel like that's what we've been trying to aim for this podcast. So, of course, we're going to be doing a lot more intros like that, and if you guys have any ideas or anything that you guys want to put your input on what kind of intros we should do as well, like, let us know.
Because this week's intro, if you guys didn't notice, we actually did do like a reenactment of the Scary Movie. Does that make sense? So like the parody of Scream, which is Scary Movie. So there's a part where they're in school and one of the girls that's like really annoying, she goes up to like the presentation because nobody else wanted to present. So she starts rambling on and the teacher gets so fucking annoyed and she goes, shut the fuck. And she pushes her, and I feel like that was such an iconic moment. Since we're leading up to Halloween, we want to start recreating a lot of things like that. And me and Irma have decided that we have a lot of creative things that we share, so why not start executing them? Like, we have enough time. We just decide to choose what our priority is, and we always forget that our priority is our podcast as well. We want to make good content for you guys. So yeah, I've been loving the intro so far.
Me too. It gives such a nice laughter.
Also, if you guys haven't noticed our other intro, which the way that we are introducing them ourselves, we are trying to go more for like an 80s classic intro.
Yes.
Like TV show, you know what I mean?
I really like those type of intros too. So I feel like those are just something that we should try to like bring back and show the new gen what it was like.
I'm like, we're gonna take the 80s over.
Honestly, I feel like that'd be such a fun vibe that we just keep that going, to be honest. So overall, of course, let us know.
Yeah, but you guys, I have some terrible news. We had a really good weekend, but let me start off with the good news. We had a really good weekend because we had Miss Munchies come over. Now, we normally never host like new friends or stuff like that. I feel like when I was getting into the groove of like understanding that we were gonna have a guest over and like somebody that was like really new to our friendship, you know?
Overall, literally, we told Danny because me and Alan filmed with her on his podcast, and we genuinely were just vibing so much with Mrs. and Mr. Munchies. Like, it was just such a vibe. We got so along. We were just talking and stuff, and I was like, dude, I think like Danny would enjoy hanging out with them too.
So they were like testing the waters with me and stuff like that. The only reason why they test the waters with me is because I get very anxious to like meet new people. So like they're always like, oh, Danny, like you'll like them. You're like, and I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm so excited. So they'll get me excited so I don't get anxious to like meet new people. You know what I mean?
And I'm the same way too. Don't get me wrong. Like whenever Alan has new guests coming in, even like, yes, it's work and stuff, but like I still get antsy about like, oh my God, like how are they going to be? Are they going to be respectful? Are they going to be, you know, just like, you just never know the situation. But in this case with Ms. Munchies, like she was just overall so chill.
Yeah,
like,
she was so chill, you guys. Like I had such a great time with her. She caught the vibe, and like honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Yeah, our life is all social media and stuff like that. We try to make it as much as social media, but when I like to meet someone and I kind of want to start like a friendship with someone, I like to make it very personable, where it's like, off my phone. I don't want to post anything with you.
No
like
recording. Like, we're not really doing TikToks or
yeah,
anything.
we're not doing TikToks. I want to get to know you. Like, I'm respectful to that. Like, I don't need to be like, oh, let's do a TikTok right off the bat. I want to get to know you. I want to get to know your vibe, because I feel like when you start pulling out the phone and you start doing like, you start becoming a character and you don't get to know the person really that well, because it's all about social media. It's all about doing this. And the good thing that she was actually one of our supporters from a long time ago. Well, she is still a supporter, you know?
Yes.
So,
and we're a supporter of her.
Yeah, and we're a supporter of her too. So it's like a whole 360. Like, I'm so glad to get to meet one of our supporters, and like, it just goes to show that our supporters are really much our friends.
They
you know
really
what I mean?
are. No, honestly, I just felt like we just had this great connection with her. She literally ended up making sopa fria for that day, because we did end up making a carne asada. I don't know if we already said that or anything, but she made some bomb ass sopa fria, and she made it different compared to like how we normally do it, or even how my mom would make it. And honestly, it was delicious. The carne that we had was absolutely amazing.
I know. You might say it's delicious, but I did burn it, dude. I did burn it.
I like my burnt, honey.
But it's because I don't like my food like super burnt. So like, there's also, I saw some pieces that you guys didn't grab. You guys only grabbed like the ones that I cooked good. But it was dark. I couldn't see if the carne asada was burnt. I was drunk. I was hella ferrer.
So right, dude.
So like, I couldn't really like make the meat correctly. Like, I was also trying to be like a good host, you know? So it was just so many things around my head that maybe that's why I burnt. But the one thing that I know that I made with love was my rice.
Oh, dude, that rice did turn out fucking bomb as fuck, dude. Like,
nah, dude, my rice came out so much with so much love.
You were literally even like, oh my God, hopefully it turns out good. Because the past time, low-key, the rice didn't turn out as amazing as it normally would, because the season didn't really like seep through all of it. But for that day, it was absolutely delicious.
We had overall a really good time with Miss Munchies. Like, she was such a great vibe. I would love to have her on the podcast, so we would definitely invite her soon. We're just trying to figure out this camera situation, like I told you guys last time, but we have it all figured out. That I feel like in the next 2 weeks we might end up having a guest soon.
I agree. I wouldn't doubt it either. But ending the night, like, it was probably like around 1 o'clock at night.
Yeah, she did leave pretty late. Because we had a really good time.
Yes, and we were playing Super Mario Party, and they never played it.
Yeah.
It was our first time playing it, so we were just like, hell yeah, let's get you into it. But overall, the next day happened. Of course, there was a mess in the backyard and everything.
And dun, dun, dun.
Tell him, Danny. Tell him what happened.
Oh my God,
honey.
dude. I was cleaning up the backyard, of course, and we had the speaker outside.
And mind you, I was still waking up, so yeah.
And of course, I have to clean up the house, you know, because it's already dirty. So it wasn't like that much of a mess. Like, Miss Munchies did help us out so much with like
She
cleaning.
did.
So
Thank you,
I was,
Miss Munchies.
Yeah, thank you, Mama. See, we're very considerate, very demure. And I was putting the speaker inside. Normally, when I pick up the speaker, I use my leg and my arm. Well, no, because I try to put it like all on top of like the pressure, like como si fuera like a
dolly.
Yeah, like a dolly. You know what I mean?
Dolly.
So I was trying to put my foot in. Sorry if I'm still a little squeamish. Like, I can still vividly remember everything. And I guess like I didn't lift it as high, or my foot just wasn't correlating or whatever. And I stubbed my toe into it. And it started hurting so fucking bad that I think I lifted my fingernail. So as it was hurting, I go to my fingernail and I
Toenail.
move. Oh, yeah. My toenail. And I go to my toenail and I try to see if it moves, and it lifts. Oh, dude. And I just burst out into tears. And Alan was in the restroom and Irma was in the restroom. So like, I couldn't even cry out for help, but I did. And I was like, babe. But he couldn't hear me. So I literally started rushing to the kitchen to go get myself a napkin. And that's when Alan got outside of the restroom. He's like, babe, were you calling me? And I was like, yes, babe, come. I hurt my fucking toe. Like, I'm fucking bleeding. It hurts so bad. And I'm bursting out into tears. And then Irma comes out and she's like, oh my God, what happened? And then she just leaves, and then she comes back and she grabs her first aid kit, and like they end up all helping me. And oh my God, dude, like, I didn't know if I was gonna faint. Like, I didn't know. Like, I've lifted my finger toe before, but I feel like right now I'm a little bit more conscious about my body and like pain and like all of that. Like, right now I just really don't want to bleed. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Don't mind my dogs coming, and don't mind if they bark again. I'll try to keep them down. But
no, dude, honestly, to even see you in pain and then you're just like, what the fuck do you do? Like, oh my God, like I was trying to do my best to like, you know, help you out and stuff. We even like actually soaked the toe in water just so like the blood could kind of like flow in. You don't have to
I don't even know I don't even know why we did that. I don't even know if there's science between that.
I don't know either, but I feel like it would have helped to kind of like clean it out, at least with the blood, because we were trying to wrap it.
Yeah.
And I don't think you had that much hydrogen peroxide or even alcohol. Or the good thing is that I had my first aid kit with gauze. That's the good thing that we did.
So I was like, fuck it, let it just bleed. I was like, let it just bleed onto the thing and then I'll take it off. But dude, it was like the most uncomfortable pain. I do not wish this upon my worst enemy. Like when I see horror movies now, and if they do that to somebody, I will be squeamish and I will forever feel bad for that person.
Yeah, dude, you got really bad anxiety that day, to be honest.
Dude,
like when Danny gets his little anxiety moments, like he's shaking, dude. He's like,
dude, I think that's like, my fight or flight mode. Like I finally understand it since I got my nose done. Like I understand it because the nurse told me. So that day, like I literally was shaking, sweating. I wanted to throw up. Like, oh my God, I never thought I would become that person, but I am that person.
No,
like,
and it's nothing bad. Obviously, it's just your body reacting to it like a normal person. So
your body.
Batty. But no, overall though, good thing now the toe is now relieved. I did end up calling a nurse hotline from my insurance. So if you guys didn't know, if you guys Medi-Cal or any type of insurance, there's usually a hotline, 24-hour nurse hotline in the back. And I called it, and they did tell me that you should probably go to the emergency room.
But it's because Irma had gave them false information that my nail was 80% lifted.
Because I thought it was that bad, because I didn't really see like when you lifted it or anything.
Yeah, but when if you look at it now, like I can literally like push it and like it's not even move. It won't move. Like so then that means that I didn't lift it that much. Exactly. But I think the reason why I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Let's move on to the comments, because you guys had a lot to say this week.
This first comment is from Daisaucedo 1765. I used to be a really heavy smoker since I was 15. It's all about your mindset. It's more so being headstrong when you're trying to quit. It's possible. You just have to be ready to change, and it's scary, but quitting is possible. Love you, Danny and Irma. Keep doing your thing with your podcast. Thank you. You're so sweet. And the fact that you were a smoker since 15, that's absolutely crazy to me. And I'm not gonna lie, I've actually known people that started smoking since they were like 6th grade, and I'm pretty sure you were one of
you were one of them.
You're a victim.
Well, yeah, but like I did have my periods where I would stop.
Yes.
I've been seeing a lot of like people that smoke still, and they're like in their 35s or 40s, and like they smoke still very heavy marijuana, and they're like, oh, I've been smoking for almost 20 to 30 years.
Yeah.
Now I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's okay, but I think I haven't actually spoken too much about this, but I switched my health insurance to something that I could afford, because now I had to actually put how much I actually make, and like I also found out that I was able to get help from the government because of a new law that came out. I can't really remember specifically, but if you do have DACA, you can apply for Covered California, which is really, really good. So if you know anybody that is undocumented or has DACA like that, you can actually go to Covered California and apply and see what you apply for. So anyways, what I'm going to that was that yesterday I finally put my first foot forward to caring a little bit more about my mental health and my health in general. I feel like been putting it in the back burner because I didn't want to kind of accept the fact that maybe something is wrong with me. And I'm not talking about mentally, I'm more talking about physically, because I've been talking to you guys about my pains that I've been getting on my my liver area and my kidneys, and like also my chest, and it's overall becoming a problem, and I have not been putting my health first. So that's something that I need to be very attentive of, because if I'm not, then it can be worse, and I can't be putting that on the back burner because like
you're young. Dude.
I'm
You're
young, and then
26.
not only that, like I've always told you, and I've always told my friends and my family, like one of my biggest dreams like is to see the world live its world like for as long as I can. Like if I can see the future, I wish I could. Like I wish I can see like 3 million years from now, 4 million years, but of course the human body only lives for 100 years or so. I would love to cherish and live the world that we live in now. So that's why I want to take my health very serious now. And coming back to this whole smoking thing, I finally had my first mental assessment for my therapy, and they were asking very uncomfortable questions, but I had to be honest with myself, and I had to finally say yes, because if I didn't say yes, then that's myself being in denial. So they would ask me questions like, oh, are you a heavily smoker? And I would be like, yes. And they would be like, so how often do you smoke? I was like, every day. And they go, how often is every day? Like, how much do you smoke in a day? And I was like, all day. And that was the very first time where I was very aware that I was like, oh fuck.
Like, it even gives you like vergüenza to even
say it. So then I was like, fuck, like I can't believe I said this. And they were like, are you looking into getting help on stopping or trying to lower down the amount of times that you smoke? And I was like, yes. And they were like, why do you use it for? I was like, I use it to be happy, and I use it to stop my anxiety, and I use it to lower my temper when I get upset or whatever the case is. And they were like, okay. So it just makes me a little bit more aware that I know for a fact that I want to quit this lifestyle of smoking, but it's difficult. Like, I never thought that I was going to sit down in a room and say it's difficult, because I think that's your denial. That's your denial talking. You know what I mean? So I'm down for it. That's why I'm getting help, because I need to stop smoking. I can't live this lifestyle anymore. I see myself in a near future where it's like smoking is out of my life, but it takes the time, it takes toll. So
no, it really does, honestly. And you know what? I will say, I've always mentioned like, yeah, I want to stop smoking and stuff. But I feel like I do enjoy blazing it at night. Like, that's something that I do enjoy doing. Like, that's my like relaxation time. That's just time for me, myself, and I don't have anything else to do during the day, because I already finished what I got to do during the day and stuff. But I will say, I'm for sure trying to limit myself on wanting to smoke. For sure, I have to stop smoking because, as mentioned, of the medication that I have to do. But when the days when it's like, a party or just like a quick hangout with friends or whatever the case is, because it's usually not a normal thing whenever we go out and hang out with friends, like we're always smoking. No, because we do have friends that don't smoke, so that shouldn't be an issue or anything. But sometimes when there's like events or parties or anything, like that's when I'm willing to want to smoke. Like, that's when I want to have a good time. That's when I'm just gonna like vibe out and everything. So I will say, and I will agree, that smoking is not always the answer to being happy, to always having a good time, and you don't have to rely on flour.
Yeah, but you can rely on your happiness and your dildos.
Exactly. No, I mean, say less. Of course, we are going to be, doing our best to just try to limit or even stop, because it's just going to be better for our own health.
But let's move on to the next comment. Now, this comment comes from Turtle ZZXP. To be honest, the healthcare system is all a business. That's a reality of it. They can prescribe all they want because that benefits them, not the consumers. Any drug related does harm to anyone's body eventually. If you want to see a difference, it's by putting down the green. You are the way you are right now because you've been a daily consumer of it. But at the end, you can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped.
Now, that is facts right there. The last statement, I really agree. That is so true, because obviously, like, yeah, we say we want to smoke and we want to smoke, but it's like we're not making the executive decision to actually do it.
Yeah, nobody can hold your hand to do that. Like, you're going to have to do it yourself willingly.
But I will agree with, some doctors really just don't care. And you just really have to just figure it out yourself some occasions with certain medications. Because I did see a comment also that they were like, yeah, like doctors just literally sometimes don't even know what they're prescribing, and they're just waiting for a reaction to see if there's something actually going on working.
The doctors don't really know everything. Like, most of the time, some doctors have to Google things.
Well, I want them to know, because they're hired for that reason.
Well, they'll know most things, but they'll know general doctor stuff. But if you don't like your doctor or whatever it is, you can change your doctor. That's the easy thing about it. Personally, somebody that is finally dealing with their own healthcare and didn't take advantage of the actual free healthcare that I was getting with my job, like the healthcare here in the United States, it's not it can be better, but it's good for what it is. You know what I mean? Like,
they give you at least the
beggars
bare minimum.
Can't be choosers. Like, we get what we get. Like, and it's good for what we got. And like, yeah, maybe it's not the best, but like, let's just take advantage and be grateful that we have it, because
that is true.
There's people that just don't know that they can get free healthcare, or just think that healthcare is really expensive, but it just takes time to understand what your healthcare is. And I feel like the only thing that healthcare is difficult. They make healthcare very difficult, and they don't use regular words. They use words that confuse you, and like at the end of the day, it's like, oh well, I didn't know that, and it's like, well, because nobody explained it to me carefully.
Like if anything, they don't explain it to us because they understand what they're understanding on their end. I've always had like my insurance. I've always taken advantage of my insurance. I'm not gonna lie. Like even when I worked at T-Mobile, and even prior to that, like you guys would always see me at the doctors for that. Not the stupidest shit, but it's just kind of like for things that I was like, oh my god, I need a doctor. But like honestly, I actually will say the insurance, especially if it's Medi-Cal or anything, I take advantage of it fully. Yes, I will agree, if you're not paying for your insurance, they're not going to give you the bestest of the best. Medi-Cal and Cover California is literally like the lowest of the lowest grade of doctors that you could possibly get, to be honest. And if you want a really good doctor, honey, you gotta be rich as fuck and pay good with your health insurance for them to actually like do good and do justice.
Alrighty, let's move on to the next comment. This comment comes from Say What's on Your Mind. Appreciation comment to Danny and Irma. You're doing the best that you can. We can see it. There's always room for improvement, and that will come when you're ready. There's so much pressure in these comments talking about be yourself, don't be yourself, change this, change that. You just have to keep reminding people that the podcast is called Let's Talk Pendejadas, and that's what you'll be getting in this video.
Aplausos! Aplausos! Like
standing ovation! Let's get up, everyone!
Hip hip hooray!
I don't think there's anything else to say.
That is
thank
very
you so
well
much.
said. Thank you for the support, and thank you for all the love, and thank you for just understanding ourselves. So let's go ahead and move on to the last comment at ASMR Mania 5895. Irma, don't be scared about the medication. If you're not ready, be honest with yourself and your doctor. And I will agree.
Have you told your doctor yet that you haven't taken them?
My physician, no, but my therapist, yes.
And what did they say?
I did end up telling my therapist, like, hey, I honestly haven't been taking them. Like, I've just been so antsy about it. I've just been so scared. I don't know the reaction. And also because, you know, you have to stop smoking. And for me to not smoke, and me being an everyday smoker, like, it's fucking hard. And I told her straight up that. Like, I told her straight up, I literally have to stop smoking. Like, and that's something that I feel like I'm not ready to do, like, immediately right now. And she's like, you know what? It's okay. Like, I totally understand it, because she does have clients that are smokers as well. But literally when I told her, she was like, you know what? It's okay. Like, don't feel like you're pressured to take it, but just know that when you start taking these, like, it is going to help you, and, you know, it is going to do what it's got to do. And at the end of the day, I know it's a lot of pressure. I know it's a lot for you to kind of like process and just be like, what the fuck? Like, they're prescribing you this medication immediately and you have to start taking it. Like, it's like it's astonishing to even like still say it and actually like see it happening. But she did kind of like push me a little bit, and she's like, you know what, if you really are scared and it's because of the side effects that I could get and everything, like, just try to do it on a day where you know you're gonna be at one place the whole entire day, so you could see how you react and how the medication is working for you. Because as mentioned, mood swings, dizziness, nausea, all this stuff, with her telling me that and telling her how I should prepare myself with everything, like, it did bring me a comfort of like, okay, like, I think I can do this. I think I can take the medication. Is just more of the flower situation. And that's where I'm going to be going back to me saying, like, I need to stop with the flower until my birthday as a reward, if that's what I gotta do.
Well, we're addicts.
Yeah, no, and it really is like that.
Addicts. I'm just kidding.
Addicts.com. Let's talk pendejadas, addictions. No, but genuinely, like, you guys have to be honest with yourselves. And if you guys don't see it that way, then you guys, I'm sorry, like, weed is an addiction. Weed is an addictive. Like, it's same with alcohol, same with pills, same with everything.
See,
but it's just
so
the reality.
Because you're just a baby.
It's just a little
You're just a baby.
No, but that's just the reality of it. So I am just trying to push that into my mindset, and it's going to be so hard, but it's okay because guess what? I need that tolerance break, girl, because every day is not healthy, especially for these lungs. But enough of the whole flower talk. I have cotton mouth, guys. I am thirsty. Just kidding. I haven't smoked this morning, so okay, I give myself props. But let's go right ahead and start with Sip of the Week. Today, we have a special guest. How do you even say this? I actually don't know. Jumex fruta de
Jumex.
mi tierra. Está bien rico. Dude, no, this is bomb as fuck.
Jumex.
Jumex!
Mexico.
No, but you guys, this is actually really, really bomb. If you guys haven't tried these, I highly recommend them.
Well, these I
They
used
are
to
bomb.
have them when I was super young. Like, I
Yes.
can't believe you actually found these. These are so delicious.
They are.
And I got the flavor guava. I love guava,
You've been
huh?
obsessing over guava. So that's why specifically I saw it this in the store and I was like, he wants guava, so I'm going to get
You know what's
guava.
so funny? I remember when I was younger, my grandma, we would walk through this creek, and the creek was, of course, there was houses on the other side, and there was this house that had like a tree of guavas.
No way, so you guys
Yeah,
were
it was
just
to
like,
pick it, and we would eat it there.
oh, how sweet.
I miss my grandma.
Memories with grandma. Rest
All
in
right,
peace.
let's go ahead and try it.
Oh, and then I got peach nectar, by the way. Okay, guys?
Peach nectar?
Peach.
Ooh, Irma does love her peaches.
I love peaches. So we ended up filling it with ice because it tastes so much better with ice, I will say.
Bottoms up, batty, batty, shot o'clock.
Batty, batty, shot o'clock.
Muy refrescante.
That is so bomb, dude.
Very
My dad-
refreshing.
My dad used to get these a lot as a kid. When you mentioned that, I was like,
Dude,
damn.
they're so fucking bomb. I don't even
They're
know why
so
I don't just have them at my house.
I know, but it's because también there are a lot of sugar. Not gonna lie. It's 130 calories for each can, 32 grams of carbs, and 32 grams of sugar. And included sugar added, 54% of it is basically sugar.
What the hell?
That's why it's really good, and it is a concentrate. So I assume that people use like water to water it down too, because it's like very concentrated. But honestly, like
But it's
this
delicious.
is bomb. I would use this for like probably mixed drinks.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
Too much
wouldn't.
sugar, girl.
Yeah,
You'll
you know
get
what?
hungover.
I take that back, just like this. You want to try the peach one?
Yeah. You want to try mine? You like guava?
You know what? I remember my mom would have me try guava, but I never something that I would reach for again.
I don't like peaches like that.
You know what? I feel like guava isn't like sweet like that crazy. That's why.
Really?
Yeah, I don't find that too sweet. I find it sweeter than
Don't
that.
make fun of me. I'm just kidding. How about how California's burning?
God, we're living in hell, literally.
No,
California's living
dude,
in
my respects goes out to all the firefighters out there and all the volunteers that are helping and all the military and everyone and their families that are risking their lives
Yeah.
to put out this fire because it is insane. If you guys haven't seen, the California fires are insane right now. There's one going on in San Bernardino that is almost 32,000 acres is literally covered in a fire.
That's scary.
It's
dude.
huge. We
I
haven't
think-
seen a wildfire like that in a long time.
Very long time.
And not only that, it is also in Corona. It reached all the way to Corona that they had to evacuate some neighborhoods.
And it was literally by your mom's house that se pudiera
I don't
ver.
even know if it's in by my mom's house because I did my mom's new house. Remember, you guys, my
Yes.
mom just bought her house. So I did call my stepdad and I was like, hey, are you over there? Like, how's it going? Like, I just want to make sure, you know, porque uno nunca sabe. They just bought their
Yeah.
house. And I was like, you guys have insurance? You guys are good? Like, girl, because you got to prepare for these wildfires here in California.
You
They were
do.
so bad. Luckily, there has not been any injuries or anything like that. But the wildfires have been going on since September 5th. And literally from where we lived, it's not too bad. We can barely see it. It's literally on the other side of the mountain, if you've seen it.
I've seen it.
And then there's one, just a fire that's like literally just coming towards like our area.
Yes, and now literally, I will say the other day when we stepped out of the office, when me and Alan ended up working and stuff, literally outside, even though it's pretty far, like probably like an hour and a half away, the smoke was literally all over here, and it was even orange outside, and I was like, I could just imagine how bad it is over there. Like,
well,
hopefully,
I'm so happy. I know this is first world problems, but if you guys didn't know, I just fixed my AC filter. It was so bad. It was disintegrated. It was bad. I hadn't changed it in like 6 years, and this was the first time that I had changed it. So I was kind of a little happy that I did change the air filters for the AC, because when it was the wildfires from like a while ago, the house smelled really bad, like smoke, because it didn't work.
It didn't.
So now this time around, I felt a little happy that the house didn't smell like fire.
That's true.
But oh my god, dude, it still hasn't been contained. Like only 14% has been contained. And that's a really bad number, because it's been going on for days now.
And normally within like less than a week, normally it would already be set in stone and like already listo, like it's away and everything, and everybody's able to go back home. But in this case, dude, everybody had to evacuate like crazy. I actually saw a TikTok of someone needing to go back home because they were in the store, and she got a message that she had to evacuate, and she was like, dude, I don't care, I just need to go get my cats. And literally she had to park at a CVS and walk all the way up her hill.
I would do the same.
Yeah, I would
for
do the
my
same.
fucking dogs.
No,
fuck
100%.
no.
And dude,
I remember when I got my dogs, when we had moved here the year before that, there were the fires that were literally across the bridge in Yerba Linda area. It was 1 year after we moved in, and I was already so scared, because I was like, oh my god, that means that there's probably going to be fires nearby here. So it was during the summertime, the first summer that we had lived here in Anaheim Hills. We were paying attention to the fire department that's around our area, that it says fire may occur, wildfire may occur, like levels.
Oh yeah, like
and it
low,
says
medium, high, extreme.
So one time me and Alan had saw it, and it said extreme, and that was the first time that we had gotten Ralph. And I was like, oh, fuck no. I have a lot of things to do, but my dog's not about to be staying in my house and burn alive. So I literally took him the entire day, and it was like that the entire 3 days. It was scary as fuck. Like, when I put my dogs away, I put them upstairs in the room. So my doggies, imagínate, like, they don't know how to open a door. Like, they'll literally just suffer there.
They're just like, what do we do?
Yes, dude, poor little
pets. I could just imagine that. Honestly, I could just imagine the stress of just the animals, and then just for the people themselves. Because if I was in that position, like, I don't have pets, thankfully, or anything, because, like, obviously that's another whole situation. But honestly, I wouldn't even know what to take. Like, for sure, I would have to take all my important information. Like,
that's all replaceable things. I feel like it's just like my dogs.
No, yeah. If I had a pet, though, I would be in that situation as well. I just said it like that because I don't really have any pets at all, to be honest. It's only my sister's dog. But because, like, you know, on my end, if I didn't have, like, a pet or anything, dude, like, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't.
You want your most important stuff, which is like your social, your papers,
maybe
and
even
stuff
like
that.
my electronics. Not gonna lie, because like those shit, sometimes they don't have insurance and they won't cover it. And for me to buy another one, like, the hell no, honey. But I would probably just like panic and just get clothes and fucking shit too. Like, I don't know. I honestly wouldn't know what I would do at that moment. But of course, we do
but my
wish that
condolences to the families that are going through this, and all the firefighters that are working so hard to put out these fires. But talking about pets, how about how we got my Peaches fixed. If you guys don't know who my Peaches is my girl doggy, and she's my mommy. She's the one that had my little Bonnie and my Max. So we had to get her fixed, and we just kind of had to get her fixed, girl. Like, we just kind of had to get her fixed because, well, like, my other boy dog is fixed. Why isn't my girl dog fixed? And we're gonna eventually fix our other dogs. Now, I'm not all for fixing dogs. I don't know. I just don't like to, but of course it has to be done.
It has to be done for their own health and for their own safety. So I definitely understand that. My sister ended up getting her dogs fixed as well, and honestly, he's doing amazing. He's doing great with no balls, you know, like, because literally they take away your balls.
No,
so,
I know. We had Ralph fixed, so like one thing that I did, and I mean TMI vibes, but low-key I liked Ralph's balls. Like, they were just so funny.
They were huge. They were huge. Dog,
yeah, dude. They were like, but they were huge but appropriate to his size. You know what I mean?
Okay. I thought they were pretty big for his dog.
I don't know, dude. Ralph's balls were so funny to me.
Honestly, in general, though, like for pets, I know a lot of people will be saying their shit and being like, why are you you shouldn't be doing that. But the good thing now is that Peaches will not be having periods and she will not be cramping like crazy anymore, because whenever she would be on her period, like the first few days, you could just see how she's just very like low energy. She's
and
like in pain and in her feels. So of course, like Daddy, I'm like Daddy. Danny and Alan always do their best with like treating her, giving her treats, good food and everything.
But right now, you guys, I just can't believe how like we're taking care of her. ¿Quién me vería cuidando un perro así? Like, we literally had to buy her own little like playpen. And she literally has her bed there. Like, she looks like such a princess, and she likes it because she's never ever had her own playpen. Like, my doggies have their crates, but we don't put them in there as often. We only put them in there like when they need to go to sleep, and then after that, like, they're literally out the entire fucking day. Unless like we need to go out or something like that, like they'll be in their room and then they'll have water and stuff like that. But her herself, since she's been more of like my house dog, like my house is her house.
Like she gets to roam around.
She can go anywhere she wants as long as she doesn't fucking pee and poo on the places she's not supposed to.
She's really good at that. She actually is really good with not peeing or pooping inside at all. She is such a good girl, and she knows what she's not and she can do. Ever since she was a baby, like, have always been just a very chill baby.
She's always been a dog to her and my Bonnie, because I feel like it's just more like a girl dog thing.
I feel like
they've just been more obedient to stuff like that. But yeah, Peaches is just, she's never had her own crate, so right now she's enjoying the fact that she has her own time, and I know she knows she's in pain, so she's definitely taking that all in. My Peaches has just been living like a reina right now. Speaking of reinas,
I'm the reina, because how about how my birthday is coming up. So if you guys didn't know, my birthday is on September 22nd. It does fall on a Sunday. So I am very, very excited for it coming up, because I always struggle trying to make plans for my birthday. I'm always like all over the place. Like on my notes, I literally was like, okay, I want to do charcuterie, but then I want to do a wine, but then I want to do bonfire, but then I want to do this, and then I want to do that. And I was just going all over the place, and the day was getting closer and closer, and I was like, oh my God, like, what the fuck am I gonna do? But thankfully, actually, Danny did help me out with some ideas.
Well, I actually planned the whole thing.
Yeah, he actually kind of did. Him and Alan actually kind of planned the whole thing.
Well, no, me. Because I literally was the one that told Alan the plans. And he's like, oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, thank you so much.
So I'm not going to give you credit out of that. I'm just kidding.
No credit for him. But no, honestly, thank you so much, friend, because I was low-key struggling.
No, but dude, you know something that I haven't even actually asked you? What? You're not going to do a photo shoot?
Oh my God. And you know what? I was just thinking about this yesterday when I was downstairs with Alan, and I think you were upstairs doing something or whatever. I was telling him like, hey, you know, like, I low-key want to do like a photo shoot glam, because I hit someone up and they were available for that day. So I was thinking maybe I could hit them up so they could do my glam for my photo shoot instead. But I do want to do a photo shoot, something very simple, very cute.
No, I think it would be super cute. Maybe we can edit it or see how we can do. Try to see if you could get like a disco dress. Oh my God, and you could put Club 26 in the background.
That'd be so dope. Because
and have like disco balls everywhere.
You know what? I tried to do that last year. Remember that I got the disco balls?
Do you still have them?
I don't. I actually did return them because they were too small. I thought they were going to be bigger, but they were a lot smaller. But I actually really like that idea. I like the disco ball. But I feel like, if anything, instead of the ball giving the disco ball, I'll be the one giving the disco ball. Like, I feel like that's just, I don't know. But I do want to give very, like, that's an option. I will take that into consideration, that kind of theme. But I do want to give very, like, floresque, very, like, nature, very, like, you know, like, I don't know. I just really love flowers and, like, roses, and I just love nature. I really love it like that. So
oh my God, you should just do maybe like holding like a big ass bouquet on your terrace, and then literally blowing out the candles at the same time.
That'd be hot. I really like that. But I will be doing a shoot soon, because honestly, it doesn't take long to do a shoot. It's just more the glamming
and we could
part.
do it here.
Yeah, and that's literally what I asked Alana. I was like, do you think we could do the shoot here at your office? And he was like, yeah, dude, let's do it. Like, it's not going to take like a whole day thing. Like, we could definitely do it any time
and the good thing is, like, it's right here and you'll be comfortable.
Literally,
maybe we can even have spoons come shoot it.
Oh my God, we can.
She'll probably do it.
Spoons.
Or we can go to Spoons.
Or también. Actually, we'll see. I'll have to hit her
We'll
up today.
see.
We'll see. But that is definitely the plan. I do want to have a photo shoot. I just don't know what kind of outfits. And I just recently found out. So if you guys didn't know, Fetch, gives you gift cards and everything. But they actually updated it and they don't do that no more. So you actually have to go through the Fetch app and click where you want to go shop through. And Shein is on there. And I did the calculations. Well, I landed the calculations for me from the amount of points that I have and the conversion of how many coins it takes to equivalent $1 for the Shein app. I have $180 to splurge on Shein, guys. So I am actually very excited. I had to order that ASAP because, sometimes Shein does take a little bit of a while to arrive.
Yeah, it does. So hurry up.
So, my birthday is literally in like 2 weeks, if anything.
Well,
So,
what we're actually going to do for Irma's birthday, Irma had wanted to do, like she said, she wanted to do a lot of things.
Yes, I just didn't know how to organize
Yeah,
it.
she just didn't know how to organize it. So I was like, you know what? I think maybe Irma should come to the house and like we can set up like a little party, like something super small, but we would have like a vendor come out to do like a charcuterie table.
Yes.
So it would literally be like the main, like the centerpiece would be just literally all charcuterie board. Maybe we can leave like wine glasses out and then we can have just a table with a bucket of ice and we could just put all the wines there.
And apart from it being a wine party, is actually a smoking party as well. So that's why I'm saying, like, as a reward for me not smoking for these days or weeks, it's going to be a wine/smoking party. So obviously 21 and up, no kids allowed or anything.
Sorry,
because we
Farju.
do have friends that do have kids. So unfortunately, some of them won't be able to make it. But of course, I am happy for those who are able to join. And I am just so excited because I just know it's going to be a fun kickback. Because originally, I was trying to even plan like dinner or even like a brunch with everybody. Because obviously, we have the friend group that we have with the banda that we always get with. We have also our other friend group with the Barbs and like she does nails and everything. And we have another friend group. Like we just have a lot of friend groups that I was just trying to make sure that
Everyone was included.
Everybody was included because I just didn't want to plan anything and not include anybody else. And they were like, oh, wow, Nina se portó a ella or whatever. But at this point, I was like, you know what? Like, I do want to include these friends. Like, I really do see them as great friends. And I always join them for their birthdays. And I would like them to join me for my birthday. And they've always been successful with that for these previous years as well.
So I told her, I was like, let's just make it less complicated. Let's just do a cute little kickback here at my house and do a charcuterie board, however you want. We'll get food. And then since the next day we do have a wedding, we can't really celebrate Irma's birthday on the Saturday because those plans were like done from a long time ago.
Months ago, literally. I'm okay with it because we even agreed with it at the end regardless because I was like, it's okay. Like, it's not like we're planning on staying there like for a long time.
Yeah.
We actually are not planning on drinking because obviously the day before we're already going to be drinking. Well, I'm assuming. But then the next day is literally my birthday. And that day we have some exciting plans, and it is Universal Horror
Catch us
Night.
at Universal Studios Hollywood.
I'm so excited, dude. Honestly, I love Universal Horror Nights or just horror nights in general for like amusement parks because honestly, it's just such a fucking vibe. I'm just so excited because they do have Chucky this time, like with the little play box or something like that. What was that?
No, they have a show with Chucky.
A show of Chucky, and they haven't had that for so many years. And this is information that Danny has actually told me about because he used to watch like the old horror nights when Chucky was there and everything. So they're officially going to have that. The only thing that kind of sucks is that it's going to be PG-13, which kind of, it's Chucky. Like he's rated R. Like what the fuck? That makes sense. But it's okay. And then the next day, since we are going to be tired from Universal because damn well Universal is a walk. It's literally hills all over the place. We want to be able to relax the next day. So we decided to book, we are going to book an all day or evening pass for a spa day, which I have been wanting to do for so long. I've just been wanting to have like a cute spa day just to relax and just to like, not worry about anything. That's just what I really wanted. And then to the spa specifically, they have like mud therapies. They have all these different types of pools, salt baths. Like I am just so excited. Now, they do have massages and facials, but those are not included with the day pass. And I'm not gonna lie, they're a little expensive. They're like $130 to like $250. And genuinely, I'm not really ready to spend that much crazy amount for the spa and massage. But I'm okay with the mud baths. I'm okay with the spa. I'm just really excited for that because I am just wanting to have fun, but also just relax after a long weekend of my birthday celebration. And I don't know if I'm just the only one, but whenever it's your birthday, are you guys those type of people that just celebrate it for that day? Or do you guys usually try like extend it a little bit like on a weekend birthday thing? Because
it depends. It depends on what it is because I don't like to celebrate my birthday too much because then it's like, oh my God, girl, we get it. It's your birthday. You know what I mean?
I'm like, I don't care. It's my birthday once a year.
No, but I think 2 days is enough.
Okay.
That's what I personally think.
Yeah.
I think the day of your birthday and then another day. But sometimes I do like to celebrate it longer, like going on a trip or something like a birthday trip. But other than that, like I don't think. I'm not trying to celebrate my birthday for a whole week. Like some people do it, you know?
No, yeah. And the only reason why also like we were doing like it's multiple days too is because obviously for Universal and for the spa day, not everybody's going to be able to make it.
No.
So I wanted to actually make a whole day plan at like a night, basically like kickback vibes for at least whoever can will be able to be there at least, you know. So I'm very excited. I cannot wait, and we will keep you guys posted the day of my birthday to see how it all went down.
But yeah, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Go ahead and comment down below what was your favorite part. Come back up, click that like button and that subscribe button. And don't forget to follow us at all of our social medias at Call Me Danny,
at XO, and also don't forget to follow the social medias at Let's Talk Pendejadas on TikTok and on Instagram. But of course, before we leave, let's go right ahead and end it with a positive affirmation. I am bigger than my doubts, bolder than my fears, and stronger than my obstacles. That's perfect for this episode. I love it so much.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.